Woo! Listen, morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery driver, long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Please continue to go over to Troy's channel and support Troy's channel. I need my other phone. I need my other phone because I forgot to talk. I got to open the lines up this morning. Give me 1 second. Let me grab the phone. We have to do this morning. We have to do this morning. All right. Phone's up and ready to go. I'll put the number up in a minute for those of you who don't know the number. I don't have my speakers with me, so when you call in, make sure you call in loud and clear so everybody can hear what you have to say. Let me clarify something. Okay? I went outside this morning. I'm gonna big up some people and everything. I went outside this morning to actually put out the garbage. I see the little Halloween thing out the door. I'm gonna pick it up. I'll bring it in here because I thought, how fitting is this? All right, so I don't want anybody running and saying SouFLoTV was working Obia or him did a cast spells and conjuring up demons and talking to the dead, and these things. So don't bother go do that. All right, I just thought it was a prop and, and I could use the prop this morning just right here, just like this. All right, so I'm not to end this one. Go for this one. Oi, move from this one. Morning, everybody. What is going on? Truck Guru at it. Grand Rising family. Ryan Edwards, big up yourself and thank you for being here. All right, Goldie, Miss Goldie Robinson, good morning, SouFlo and the family, up. Let me shout out the first couple of people. Jet Bar, good morning, Darlene Walter Riley, Banos, Arlene Kids 876, Bakari 876, Jammy, Darlene Walter Riley, of course, says could not log in early. Hand was wet. Where your hand did what I do? Washing dishes. Queen Morris, good morning. Audemars Chiswick, good morning. Craig Bailey, Christopher Vibes Rum is in the building. Big up yourself, Christopher Vibes Rum. Dainty D is here. Go Hunt Your Dreams is here. Purple Royal is here. And Claudia Ferguson, Sexy Body in the building. Michelle Williams says, good morning, SouFlo and everyone. And here we are. Let's begin. Nadine Linton, big up yourself. And Ernest Stadhard, big up yourself. Averill Hilton Williams, big up yourself. And Seymour Bennett and Rose Martin and TB Ford, big up yourself. Here we are this morning. We have so much to talk about. We have so much. Let me put the number in. I'm gonna give me a second. 1-806-587-8953. And you can't say your credit done because it's a free call on WhatsApp. So if you want your voice heard this morning, call this number right here. The number is up on the screen. Let's get started. All right, so our topics for this morning are, and I'm not gonna dive right into the Kevin Smith thing, but our topics for this morning are the US will now require visitors to be fully vaccinated if you want to visit. Now, we're not talking about permanent residents and we're not talking about citizens. We're talking about if you want to visit the United States of America. Yeah, I go take the joke. Jacure, update. Didn't go as planned. Things don't look too good. Here we go. All right. Of course, the Kevin Smith something we're going to talk about. Shout out to the people who are not so old that they can still relate to the younger generation and their art form, their music, etc., etc. I'm not saying you must go listen to a bag of gun tune and bust out head back tune and all these things. But just a little plug real quick. My oldest son, my firstborn, is T Viral. His name is Tafari in real life. His artist name is T Viral. And yesterday, T Viral dropped his mixtape called Gas Pack. That mixtape is streaming on his YouTube channel at T Viral. So Shout out to the people them who support the movement. You know, you gotta have your hands in more than one basket. Like my granny used to say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So we're not doing that. We're building things around here. So please go continue to support T Viral on his channel. Listen to the mixtape. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I guarantee there's a song on there for everybody. And the mixtape comes with videos as well as audio songs. All right. My little man doing his thing. And of course, you know, I'm doing the whole dad management thing until we find people that are worthy of managing my child. No matter how big he gets, still my child. See? And then we're going to talk about the 4.3 million Americans that quit their job in August of 2021 alone. Remember me did say yesterday, a lot of people been quitting their jobs. All right. We're going to talk about that as it ties in. No need to ask where do we start out though, because we're going to start out right here with this whole Kevin Smith something. So, them give me a 6 for 9. Them feel like man I heat that. I'm on some elderberry and echinacea this morning in my superhero cup. Take a sip. Upsetter says Spice do money rituals with goat blood. Don't mix me. Don't mix me. But talk to me, people. Talk to me. So the controversial pastor, who is known as Kevin O. Smith, otherwise called by his leaders, His Excellency, is now deceased. Weird timing. Weird timing. He was on his way to Kingston from Montego Bay because they said that he would not get a fair trial in Montego Bay, where he is from. So he was on his way to Kingston. Remember when time Vibes Cartel, they said he would not get a fair trial, where they gave him his trial at an they still gave him his trial right there. But anyway, special privileges for a special man. He was on his way to Kingston being transported to go face charges. The charges would have been laid against him that day, which was yesterday. All right. The charges would have been double murder and illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition, along with some other charges, which I don't really know what those other charges might have been. Maybe scamming, maybe some sex charges, because they had a lot of weird stuff going on in that church and all kind of things. I was going to put a video out. Actually, I'll put the video out because I don't want to talk about that here, because if them spoil up that one video, it's okay. But I don't want them to spoil up this whole 1 hour video because I said that in it. So I have a next video about the details of the things that they were doing inside of that church. It gets very freaky. I'm not talking about freaky. You know, when you look by a girl and say freaky, that kind of, it got very freaky in that church. Anyhow, he is no longer with us. He is deceased. You know, I saw the video. People were sending all the clips to me. SouFlo, look at this, can't be real. Jamaica is not a real place, you know, all that. And I saw the video and I heard one lady in the background praying for him. She was like, is the pastor them try to take out? Is the pastor them try to take out? Let's pray that God cover him and protect him and that he's okay. Empress 1611, big up yourself, big up my UK family, come right on in. Over 300 people on the live and only 55 likes. Hit the like. All right, before I go any further, let me say this. I'm figuring out different things to do in life as far as life goes, and also, you know, life and business, and getting to that money and building my generational wealth, as I told you about. So the live I got changed up a little bit. If you notice, we went from 6 to 6:30, and we did that because more people are able to tune in at 6:30. So from 6:30 to 7:30, we're getting more people than normal because we changed the time. We're going to change a couple of other things too. YouTube, shout out to YouTube, has given us the opportunity now to monetize our live streams in a way that it will only be available to people who are members. So there's a button now, which wasn't there before, that I can press that says only subscribers and only certain members of a certain group will get to be in on what we discuss on these things. So I'm going to take every opportunity for that. So don't worry about not liking up the live. It's all good. Don't worry about not donating $1. It's all good. I'm gonna squeeze that money out some way, somehow. Anyways, that's the world we live in. Nothing no come for free. You think my time free, but I love doing this though. So this man, I don't want to go on my Kevin Smith this morning. Charge you if you're coming late. Hand it over. Stop the service right in the middle. And the Lord said, hold on there, brother Smith just walk in. It's what time? We start from 7 o'clock. It's 7:15. So I'm about $2,000. Come on, brother Smith, move forward. The ATM is in the back. Cash only. And cash only. The ATM is in the back. Yes, we do PayPal and we do Cash App. Make it ring, make it ring. In the club, they say make it rain. And that's how we're going to say make it ring. Make it ring. What a piece of bakra. No, man. Sometimes we have to take them serious thing and make joke, don't it? Now, who is here that actually believes that this was a genuine accident? Everything happened was accidental. Coincidence and accident. Meaning, it was coincidental that it so happened that on the day he was about to go to get his charges read before a judge, all the way in Kingston, and them take Beer Back Road, and they put him in a private car, which, by the way, the car is a small car, which looked like him couldn't even fit in the car there comfortably. And he's a man of luxury. So I'm sure while they were trying to fit him in the car, he was like, them did I feel like Benny man stuff him in there, that kind of stuff, because he couldn't fit in that little car, and the little car mash up on the side of the road. I'm just observing things. I'm just saying. That car looks small. That car looked like a go-go car, like a play car. What happened there, so? Who was driving the white truck, the pickup truck? Y'all seen the scene, right? Who was driving that white pickup truck? Did the white pickup truck collide with the blue car? Was it law enforcement officials in the white pickup truck as well as in the blue car, or did they collide with a total stranger? What did they hit? How did the vehicle go out of control? How the little blue car upon the side mash up so? These kind of things. I am thinking. A lot of people in here are not buying it. Are you buying it? The lines are open this morning and are free to call in and talk up your mind. I put the number up already. It's a WhatsApp call. It's a free call. 1-806-587-8953. See it there? And we're going right in. Please be loud. Good morning. You're live on the air with SouFlo.
Good morning, SouFlo. I didn't sleep last night waiting on your live this morning.
And we're here, and thank you so much for being here with us.
You're welcome.
So what you think about this whole thing that's going on?
It's scary. It's so scary. It's scary. I don't believe. Well, first off, I wasn't sure that the man was dead. I thought, is it possible that they're faking it? Then I said to myself, okay, if he's really dead, well, obviously it's because they don't want him to say all the things that he knows. They don't want him to call the names of the people that he's associated with, because we all know that he's associated with people.
Big name people.
Big name people. Definitely big name people. So, but if he's as smart as I think he is, because I was watching the clip where he was in the police station, and he was an actor. He was acting. He was performing. Yes.
Yes.
He was performing. I said, oh boy, this man looked like him in a class. The way he moved his head, his arms. He was performing. If he's that smart as I think he is, they're not going to get away. He still has names, or he has something that is going to come out. Is my feeling. Is what I hope.
You think so? You think he's dead?
I hope he's dead. But I'm not sure. That's
yeah, because we know I wish that for anybody, but you know.
Exactly.
All right.
But when we hear about the little
yes. Right there, so.
But I'm not sure. SouFlo. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I saw the body. I don't know if you've seen it. You saw it?
A little piece.
No, not the head. Mr. The whole body layout. Not at the accident scene either.
Okay.
Yeah, them had him in a hospital on the hospital bed, head to toe. I saw the body. In
So there.
him either dead or him acting dead in a picture.
That's possible too. This is a man that is
Well connected.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is that they come to go down there and it come up.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for dead and watch it go down there and know say him.
Thank you.
Yeah, because something up.
But I hope that the people that he's connected to,
Mm-hmm.
I hope that there's something there that he's left or that it's going to come out. It needs to come out.
That will still expose those who are left behind.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's my wish.
In agreement.
Leave you, take your other caller.
All right. Bless up here and thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. It gets serious out here. I saw the body, but seeing the body in a picture doesn't mean he's actually really dead. Good morning, you're live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning, Diana. What's going on with you? All is well? All right, so this is Hot 97 early in the morning, tuning into all the lovers. Kind of voice they have to go raise up the volume, cause I want the audience to hear you, my brother. All right, I fully understand that. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. 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 To the courthouse to stand before a judge and tell his story. Hold on, the people that must say can't hear you, and if I can turn up the volume, I did not bring my speakers in here this morning, and he's trying not to wake his little one. Yes, that way better. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My God.
They understand me.
Mm-hmm.
I had been on 3 consecutive funerals with people like those. And at the same way, them got took out. Same way, the last person is somebody who I know me and him not talk. Like just as well you see the situation where and he said something that he's not supposed to say, not knowing that the person they were right there because they have agent to
See.
They have agent watching over who they send out there. You understand?
Right.
And he said something and by the man move off. Just not to us, by the man move off. We used to the man can wrap up around a light post. Just like that.
Same fashion, same like.
Same fashion. So you see, when you hear Renita say, Renita talk under certain way in the code.
Yes, yes. That's why I had to put that video out there with what Renita Adams said.
Listen, me talk about them people that they run from. Never brings. Go ahead.
No man, are you a talk?
Me make people know. See me they run from. I don't know if you remember this game, Pick Up Out. You remember Pick Up Out?
No, sir.
Pick Up Out was a Chinese game in Jamaica from when. You're older than me, but me I tell you.
See.
Pick Up Out was a Chinese wedding, and I saw me, I learned. You see when Pick Up Out wedding, I saw parchment paper pass through with
I don't know nothing about that.
You understand? So you see that man, believe you me, he was never gonna stand trial. There's nothing was gonna do to him. You notice certain people don't say anything else yet.
Very silent about.
You realize that?
Yes.
All the top tea and all of that, you notice certain people don't say anything yet. They are affiliated with them. It's just that they ride on a certain way in there. So they can't talk. They have agents watching.
Why? All right, fam. All right, my lord. Manners and respect.
Yeah.
All right, so somebody said me have to go give a summary of what he just said. Basically, him just said that man was never going to get away. Let me summarize him real quick and take the next call. He said that that person was never going to get away. He himself used to work in a morgue in Jamaica, and the person who owns the morgue, he's not going to say the name of the morgue, but he worked there for years. The person who owns it also is a member of them movements there, right? Like the movements that Renita Adams spoke about. I don't know if you saw the video that I put up with all the things that Mr. Adams said. If you know, then you know. That's what this guy was talking about. And he's saying is 3 of these incidents that he's seen wrap up in the same exact way. The car roll out and the car don't make it to where it was supposed to go because, all right. So that's what he said, the gist of it all. Answer this call right now. Good morning, you're live on the air with SouFlo. All right, don't do this. Make some noise. All right, that person wasn't ready. Let's take another call if another call comes in. All right, here we go again. Please speak up loud when you're calling, please. Good morning, you're live on the air with SouFlo. I'm good, how everybody sounds so low this morning? Yeah, can barely hear you still. This is not working out like I thought. If I can't hear you, my brother, I can't keep you up on the phone because it don't make no sense. Me hear you and the people them don't hear you. Yeah, I don't see. Talk up now. Oh, loud and clear. There it is, loud and clear. We're getting kind of old, so we have to figure out technology. Work with me. Thank you.
That's the thing that I'm having because yesterday I was at the bank and then someone told me that the pastor did, and I was like, really? Already? You know, not even the court. But now I'm finding fish and then I'm watching for the news and they must be the vehicle and then Mr. What a special about this man, why them shoot for transporting in a car rather than
in an official police vehicle, right?
Yeah, we see it. I mean, I thought, nah, it's like I will set up too. So if somebody, like them apply for that, get him out of the way so fast, so he may talk. So maybe when he reach out to us, he probably have a call some big name, and he must say, okay, we have to get you there fast. And you know, him could have called the Prime Minister there and then everything mash up.
That right there, so is part of that. Somebody has said, why I'm gonna get a Bluetooth box? So I have one but outside by the pool and I'm never ready for this, but I'm there here. We'll work with what we have. So what you just said, caller, that is a part of my theory. I'm gonna go over it after you get off the phone. But I'm very much in line with your thinking there.
I see your thing because when transport, which vehicle I'm gonna transport in a car, a special car, I left you when go behind back road or whatever. I just say, I don't want to open, make it happen there, so
take it toll, brother. Them should have take it toll. So you're not falling for it either.
Because when the Adams can't come in and say, yo, some new thing If them hear it, they will believe say, I saw you go.
And right after I said that, you see that though? Right after Renito did his thing and talk, right? Next day, watch her go on.
Exactly.
All right, brother.
Truck that transport them. And I know some people, what happened if he was in the back? What if he was in handcuffed? Suppose him took the driver already. When we see the 4 young driver, I say, why don't you this man to transport him? When they have a bigger head, you know, the force, when they make him transport him. And it's like, I think I don't want to transport him. At 2, I sure them to go to the one beside the back, be beside him at the back, and 2 at front. I say, if you got some understand how they make one person and do it. I just tell them she was I this time when I go in case anything happen, it not really be that big. You see me saying like them shoot this a young man have to do the sacrifice.
You took your time out and you said the same thing, man. Yes.
Yeah. Look at that. Look how much transport danger man vibe cartel. Look at the transport them truck. And they know anybody have a bus like a movie scene, you know, they try overtake the truck and knock over the truck with make a man escape on them to next. Because I was if I couldn't get their escort them. What big?
Facts. Facts.
That's set of thing. That's set of thing.
Facts. All right, my brother. Thank you for your opinion. All right. Respect. All right. Next time I go live with the phone, I will make sure I have the big speakers in here or the Bluetooth box. I just didn't bring it in this morning, and I'm not gonna walk away again because things I get spicy. I know. Listen, I said the same thing. From the size of the car that they put him in, which looked like says a car that he will not fit in anyways, and that's not how you actually transport them. But I'm not a part of the JCF, so I don't know their protocols. Maybe them say you can transport people in any vehicle. I don't know, but I don't think that is. And they have more secured vehicles that they could have used. That alone looked fishy and funny to me. A lot of things about this just look fishy and funny and just points to a setup. May I tell people say I saw the body, but I'm thinking could be fake. Now for the people who are saying, right, hold on the family. Hold on, let me answer your call. For people who are saying, yes, SouFLo can be not see no blood or nothing like that, so I'm just dead, so. Well, people can die from blunt force trauma, you know. Somebody can thump you in the side of your head. That's why I'm not fist fight with nobody. Because people talk about, oh, you scared to fight? Shoot him a fair one. No, me I shoot him, but shoot him a fair one. If him dodge it, it's fear. But if you get punched in the side of your head, there won't be no blood or anything. You can just die. If you get punched square in the middle of your chest, that can be a heart stopper. You can die. So blunt force trauma can cause death without any blood or anything all over the place, right? So remember that. But we want to get into the things where really look fishy, right? That is not part of it. Him could have died in an accident. Him bang up in there and him dead. But blunt force trauma, no blood needed. However, there's too much other things here that look fishy. The young officer that passed in this, me just look on him as something just a sacrifice to me. Something say he was chosen to do just that to me. The other two that are in critical condition, I don't know what position they played in all this, but I hope they make it through. You know, critical condition is nothing nice. I hope they make it through, especially if they knew absolutely nothing about nothing that was taking place and they actually got up that day as police officers, put on them uniform and went out to protect and serve and do their duties. If that was the case in a FIDEM case, then man, the one that passed, may God bless his soul and may he rest in peace. But it's in the line of duty, you know, in the line of duty. This is what you call a security detail, and they got chosen for the security detail. I know something about law enforcement, may not know something about JCF, how they do it exactly, but from my personal law enforcement experience, you are chosen to do these kinds of details. And if it's a high profile person, come on now. Me never see any big artist, the biggest artist in Jamaica never got the kind of support from the public like this man got. Did y'all see his coronation slash birthday celebration slash, it's like the whole town came out and police escorts and limousine back to back luxury car and all this kind of stuff. So a person of this magnitude, and then what happened after, and look at the charges he's looking at. They talk about double murder, you know, and you just loosely transferring him from Mobile to Kingston, which is a nice little ride. You just loosely transferring him in some little poor vehicle, no up security or anything. The man that should have been under extra security from the first place. That's just my take. And it looks funny. It looks weird. He is gone, but God is watching the others. Now, the lady who called earlier who said she hopes that he actually left something behind that will point to the rest of the people. You know, that was one of my theories yesterday is this. It said in the paper that he was questioned in the presence of his attorney by the JCF investigative officers. While them questioning him, he had nothing to say about nothing. That the man, mum was the word, didn't answer not one of them questions. Nothing. I can't help but to think he looked at them and he said, I am him. I am that I am. I am the chosen one. Who are you? Your minions. I don't have to answer to you. I will speak to a higher authority which is over you. I will speak to a judge. When I get to the judge, I will tell the judge all he needs to know. When he said that, somebody make a phone call and say, listen, he not say nothing. Him say, when he reach in front of the judge, you see, everybody I get telephone. Everybody scandal bag bust out today. So somebody said, we can't have that. We can't have that. It's not like he sat down and he said, yeah, man, I have secret to so but me not talk. I'm gonna ride this out, you know, and gave them some level of comfort that he was down to play game and not expose anybody else. We're not pointing fingers. We don't know who are these anybody else. So don't come on, family, leave me alone. Me no. I'm just saying. It obviously looks like he had something in the bag. People like this have a getaway free card or a get out of jail free card. It's like the guys that commit murders for the mafia, hitmen. These hitmen have a getaway free card. And we see it all the time. They call them stool pigeons or whatever. How are they able to today be sitting on an interview talking about I killed 28 people? And yeah, look on them like you killed 28 people and you're out doing an interview. Man, I have to hear that story here. They killed 28 people. They rolled on everybody who hired them, who told them how to do the killing, how much they paid them, what else business they're involved in, the racketeering, the extortion, where them live, where them parents live, how them children go school, who drop them to school, which school them go, them tell everything. So these people usually have a get out of jail free card. The get out of jail free card is usually rolling over on everybody else in a plea deal. You think that man here does he strike you as the kind of person who was gonna go to prison and do 60 years or 40? At Jamaica that, so them not give enough time anyways, because the youth that killed the two Canadian couple, the husband and wife, the Winnipeg couple, him get 32 years before eligible for parole. So them probably would have given him, cause him killed two nobody, they probably would have given him like 15 years. You think he looked like somebody who was gonna go do no 15 years? That man afraid of prison. He never gonna do not even 1 year. Plus, it would be a stain to his credibility because he is closest to the Almighty or the Almighty himself, Your Excellency, whichever one he prefers to be called, or how he portray himself to the audience, his followers. So them are gonna start say, how come God lock up in a GP or lock up in a wherever? Because they have gun charges too, or lock up in a Horizon, and him can't get out himself. No, Sam, you're gonna start leave. So people will start to leave. The only way to keep them people there is is to make God have to go get out himself. God have to, and prison is not the ark, so him couldn't fool them and tell them about he is in the ark or he has been sent on a mission to prison to save souls. And there's something in there that he has to get, so he has to go walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I don't know how he did I go spin that, but I'm sure he worked it out in his head and said none of that is going to work. But the people who he was about to expose were like, I can't have my name in this. And obviously, are some big heavy people. That's my summation of this whole thing. Now, to talk to me and tell me if I'm wrong or I'm making sense. Yes? Coincidental? Do you still believe so? Do you still believe so? They need the bun. They need to bun down the ark. Boy, them can do other things with it, you know. Confiscate all this land and all these buildings, the two mansion them, and turn it over into something else, something more progressive, productive. Not just burn it down. Don't just burn it down because it's well constructed and all these things. I don't know. Start a children's home, put some homeless people in there and take care of them. I don't know. Yes, good morning. You're live on the air with SouFLo. Can you hear? I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. You see the thing with this cult business?
Mm-hmm.
The entire object of the cult is to sacrifice yourself to reach the promised land. That's what the ark is.
You heard him in the video explain what the ark is, right?
Yes.
Where him said, oh, not sorry, not to cut you off, not the ark. He explained. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Here, Papa. All right. He explained in the video what the rapture is. The man said rapture, and he's telling the police them this, you know, because his followers were supposed to be waiting on the rapture, and then they would go up in the ark, right? So guess what he said the rapture is? He said, if you watch my video I put up yesterday, as soon as the video started, I just cut out that part and put it up there so people can hear it. He said the rapture is raptor, or I guess he's saying the word came from a Latin word raptor, which means rape and torture. That's what the rapture is. And so the man said straight to the police then.
Hold on, SouFLo. We are being raped and tortured by the system, the so-called white man system that they implicated. We were raped and tortured as slaves, right? Right. So is that the matabo? But that has been going on for ages, not just now. You understand? If you watch it, he continues and speak about the Pharaoh, which are the presidents and the prime ministers that govern us. They are the modern day pharaohs. You understand? Right. So now, going back to Jim Jones, if you study the history of that man, Jim Jones, that convinced the people to kill themselves, that's what you have to do. You have to sacrifice yourself to reach heaven. That is the whole concept of the cult. But if you really study God and religion, if you kill yourself, you're going straight to hell. You understand?
According to religion, and yes, all right.
Right, but in cults, they believe in cults that when you sacrifice yourself, that is how you reach heaven. Just like the terrorists, the suicide bombers for terrorists. They believe in the same thing, that if you sacrifice yourself for a common cause, that is the only way to reach heaven. So, come back now to this cult leader and the accident now. It's that him doing sacrifice himself because he started the process with the first two people, but the police running upon him. Because remember, says 144 people plus him was supposed to sacrifice themselves. It's a big conspiracy. And hold on, a lot of big wigs support that man. Portia Simpson support that man. Andrew Wallace support that man. And I heard something that he was something with some finance, Minister of Finance, a couple of years back. Yeah, that same man. So he's tied into the government. So he has a plethora of secrets to share, but he didn't even make it to court. He has a plethora of secrets, but we will never know because he sacrificed himself. That man is a sick man, you know. That man's mother was basically like a money man.
Right.
That man's mother. Yeah, so he have the man gene inside of him already. You understand? So it's that coming out time. That man is a clean clothes madman. And only for people to see.
Deep.
That man can be And I can't believe that people following him, sign over them life insurance to this madman. Won't be a family, won't be a children. No, you sign over life insurance to him. And then what he's going to do is sacrifice you and then be the beneficiary of your life insurance. It's just a money scheme. It's just a money scheme and the people in the scene.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much. We're going to talk about that. Big up yourself, all right?
Yeah, man, SouFlo.
When certain names start calling, I see me. Because you know, I go to Jamaica like multiple times for the year. I'm getting to realize that we live in a kind of weird world where some people feel like they have powers over everyone and everything, and them flex them powers a certain kind of way. So some man can easily say, the boy always I call up my name or my name, I come up in and thing them, and you know, me not invite them kind of energy to myself. I'm not inviting those kind of energies to myself. I am prayed up and I walk with confidence and walk with God, but at the same time, I know enough people will pray and they never work out what them pray for. So it make me kind of nervous when time certain names start call. You know? Serious thing. Serious thing. We take it make joke, but it's serious. It is serious. Enough people. SouFlo, why don't you talk about this? Because me I go Jamaica next month. SouFlo, why don't you talk about that? Because I just came back from right there and me I go back there again like pretty soon. Because feel foot now touch them ground about mines is. Because you have to walk around after me done talk them talk here when me talk, you know. So me have to weigh me and balance this thing. Anyhow, yeah, I firmly believe this is a big trickery. I firmly believe that this was all staged. Whether he is alive or not, I don't know. Like I said, I saw the body and he looks dead to me. However, man can lay down and take picture. You know, they stage these things all the time. I remember one lady got secured undercover, not undercover, she got a hitman to kill her husband. And she was supposed to collect on him life insurance. And she paid the man, must say 5,000 US up front. And when after he did the job, he might do it for 10 grand, you know. After he did the job, he would have gotten the next 10 grand after she collect the money. And in flip side, him call the police, him tell the police. So what the police did, the police said, okay, we're gonna stage the scene and everything. So then put the man, if you see how the man ball when them tell him say, I ain't good wife, I plan this film. Because he must say, me? Like my wife? No, you probably have the wrong person. My wife? Nah. I do everything for her. I love her. She loves me. I never got any kind of clue, no intuition, no nothing. The wife just want to kill himself. So they had to show him the video. The guy wore a camera, sitting in the car with her. Some of y'all probably seen the video. Sat in the car with her, and the little video is videoing her the whole time. She's describing how she wants him dead. She was like, I don't want it to be simple. You know, like should I go the extreme, mash out him head, tear out him eye, them dig off him this, like she want him mess up. I want to be the man was like, you really don't like him, huh? This is your husband? She was like, yeah, I can't stand him, but I want to make sure that he's dead. I don't want to just be like, and the man was like, okay, I got it. Your request will be granted, and then give to the police. And they staged them on the ground, makeup, blood, everything, head looked like it, boss sweat, everything. And she was rejoicing when she got it. And when she was rejoicing when she got it is where they arrested her. So me not put nothing past them. If regular people can think up these things and actually follow it through and do it to that degree, then who are they? They're like, not saying them higher than we, but you know, as far as society goes, in the eyes of the masses that follow them, believe in them, all this. You know, so the witness yesterday that was saying when he walked up to the scene, he was the first one there. And the man I said, when him touched the pastor, it's like him said, "Chum, me see the police." Me already know him did that. Can did that bleed out time mouth and him knows at the same time and all these things. When him see the pastor now, him say him can't tell him did that because his neck look like it broke, right? However, I'm saying when him touch him, because me touch him, you know, him say when he touch him, me just feel like a heavy burden, or it's not a burden, but a spirit. A spirit. That's what I'm saying. Feel like a spirit. Just lift up like, you know, like him I try to say, here, raise up on him. I wonder if I like one time my granny used to tell me about rolling calf. Cause our family burial plot is like close to our house, at the back of the house, right? So my grandmother, when we do anything and she couldn't catch her for beat with, cause we used to shut around the house or run around and she can't catch her. She used to lock the door them and she used to say, your great grandmother is very much not pleased with your behavior. And she's gonna deal with you outside there tonight. Now you can imagine you're 7 years old and 8 years old and you're out at the back of the house. A country, the cinnamon come from upper Clarendon there when the place dark up with bush. So after certain hours are pitch dark. We don't know about street light and these things. See? And Miss Swear me hear boogage up and say two big red eye. If you want to see me, I run to the door. I'm gonna say, like somebody, please let me in. See it there? Just talking about it, can I get scared? Watch out. Watch out. Papa, you okay? No. That was my hand. Look, Daddy did like this. No. No. Don't do it again. So you see what I said? Them vibes there. It's kind of like, you know? I think that was that. And this man deal with fear. That's what he had most people under, controlled by fear. So a lot of them are afraid of him anyways. But like the caller was saying, some big name people in this. We don't know is who. But him call up a bag of name. And I miss this up. I don't want nobody come visit me and say, why are you talking about your excellency? Wait, isn't Andrew Holness your excellency as well? Maybe there's some connection with this excellency thing. But anyhow, I'm not calling up these people name like they are involved because I don't know the inside details. May I say it again and again. Callers can call in and say what them want to say, but on a SouFlo say it. I think people are involved that are in positions of power, real power. And they staged it. Whether them staged it to kill him, shut him up, or they staged it for his getaway. I don't think they would run the risk though, because he can't hide. Like the witness said, he can't hide because them asked the witness, the eyewitness, did you know that it was him when you went to touch him? D-Mac, big up yourself. Did you know that it was him when you went to touch him? And the witness said, yes, man, we know say him. Him can't hide because everybody knows his face now. So unless them all give him plastic surgery, said him go live over some part in Africa and he can continue what he was doing before. No, and a lot of you might be like, this sounds crazy, SouFlo. Way out the box. I don't think this is possible. You have to think outside the box because all that's been happening has been happening outside the box. You know what I'm saying? So we are looking for the normal and the regular, and ain't nothing normal and regular. What are you scared of? Give me a second there. Me soon come. Hold on there. All right, Papa. Let me. This what you afraid of? All right, let me get it out. I'm gonna put it out in the room. All right, come down. Hi. What do you want, Kai? You want to go to the room? Okay, come. Here. Oi! Watch now. All right. Boy, even the discussion of the topic is spooky. Well, people hear me superstitious in our country. I grew up me superstitious bad. So, like my granny, them all kind of something them say. And then what energy that? What energy that? Good morning, you're live on the air with SouFlo. Yes, fam. Mm-hmm.
Where your son is concerned.
Ah.
One of your ancestors them there. And because of the way you talk. You understand? And see where that is from, where it came from.
Yeah, man. Me know.
And that him see.
All right, sir. Fox, I'm on it. Blessing. All right. You hear what the man said? The man said, let me enlighten you about something. Y'all say y'all can't hear him, because I see someone in here about him have a sexy voice and all these. Let me try to talk like him. The man said, brother, one of your ancestors them dead. And that your son sing. The energy. Yeah, you hear that? All right then. I like when I talk like that. I keep talking. That's how the man voice so I guess, right? So countryman no play no one. Hear me no man? Deep voice but hard to hear. Well, they like when you whisper in their ear. You know, I'm going to wipe your ear and be like, you are some bar white right now, man. You know. But yeah, he said one of my ancestors them there, and that's now I told y'all before. I'm a very spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. Because I don't believe that the Almighty Creator was stuck on one religion, you know. And I think religion is division. That's just my thoughts of it. You ever see a group of religious people get together and have a constructive conversation? It just don't happen. A Muslim, a Christian, a Hindu, a Jew, whatever else in a same room, a beer squabbles in there, right? And they can't come together just because they're humans and have a. So I always saw it as that. But I deal with energies and I do deal with spirit, the spiritual realm, as well as the physical realm that we're in. See? So for him to say that one of my ancestors are here is very much in line with what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking more like protection. I'm not thinking more like to harm or scare. See? So, cause me know when it's to harm or scare, my body tells me a different story. But Kai was scared because it's something new for him. See? Something new for him. People have said that to me anyways. When they've been watching the show, they said there's something floating around you. I don't know if you see it. I don't know what it is. I don't know whatever. Wifey, I've said that in the past as well. She is seeing certain presence in the house, and the figure looks like my brother. So I'm thinking my brother is always around. I'm thinking my grandmother will now always be around as well. You know, drop in, pay a visit, see how I'm doing, keep me on the right track, these kind of things and these things. I just saw my thing that. But back to this thing, Buddhists are the only ones that do get along with others. Yeah, because Buddhists don't get into the deep conversation about other people's relationship. They're more like not aggressive, somewhat kind of passive, and kind of stay to themselves. So them no want to discuss your thing and then talk about no, because you have the wrong religion. This is the right one. You know, other religions tend to be that way. Tend to kind of tell people say you're following the wrong thing, or when me I follow is the right thing, and these kind of things. So Smith lawyer says that when she viewed the body of Smith, it is not looking like the police. Them police had blood, but his body have no blood, but it looked like it were beaten. So there's another theory running around out there. Now hear this, that he was killed before that car accident and placed in the car, and I was wondering what's that yellow thing around his head. Were y'all wondering that too? Where's that Paulette Ricketts, grandma, hear you call her name? Yeah, man. And the woman that was powerful in real life. So I'm sure now that she's free from the physical, she's probably going to be even more powerful now, you know, and more present now. So, and I stand on shoulders of giants. She know me not nothing wrong in my life. Them give me guidance from I they me need till now, and I still follow those guidelines, you know. So I live my life. So they're saying that he was before him getting out of the car. And that yellow thing, let me repeat myself, that yellow thing round him head. I look on it like, what was that? What? Because he's in custody and you're about to be transferred to go face a judge. I'm sure they wouldn't just allow you to put that yellow thing around your head. Or I know somebody are gonna say, well, when the car them crash up or when them lick something, so one chain them or something they have and jump go up yourself. I don't know. Youth, how you believe in so much hearsay? Understand the real thing. All kind of theories. Deslan Shreves, how me believe in so much hearsay? I don't believe in hearsay. I believe in discussing hearsay. Because sometimes hearsay turns out to be exactly what it is. Right? I guess you're one of them people that will like people to think exactly how you want them to think. I don't run that kind of platform there. On this platform, you're free to say what you think, and I will join right in and try to find sense in what you're saying. I'm not here to bully and cow down anybody and tell them, no, think how me think, because me believe say I suck, and you foolishness, yeah, go up. No, I encourage people to think outside the box. So when you come with something where me never think about before, I'm actually intrigued. I'm like, yo, you have a point. It's so realistic. Could possibly be. See, that's why enough people get tricked and fooled, because they really think that certain things can't happen, that certain things are impossible, that only how they think things is the only way it could go, or what they are fed. We live in a world of unlimited possibilities, my friend. Multi-dimensional world of unlimited possibilities. That's why enough time when things happen, they're like, no, this can't real. Because you weren't thinking outside the box. Anything is possible. So I make the people them talk up people, and make nobody call them think how you think. Be original you. Your thought process is a part of you. See? So Amos was in the ark. So how that gonna know? Alison Thomas says Smith family want answers, but when he was doing evilness to others, making the church member give all them money, why did they not tell him to stop his shizzle? You can't control your family member. It's just like a mother that have a son with a choppy line hard, banging. She can't control his anything. The most she can say is, baby, stop. This life where you live are gonna lead you to prison or death. You know how the speech go already. Right? But what can you do? If my 19-year-old now or my 18-year-old or my 17-year-old sorry decides say this is what me I gonna do and start chopping line, what am I gonna do? Call police on him? Because that's highly unlikely that you're gonna do that. You gotta tell him to stop the best you can. If nobody can catch him all when you call police on him, the most next thing you can do is don't take and partake in any of his earnings because you know how him get the money already. You know say blood money, you know say scammer money, you know say people him thief it from, you know say bad energy I go follow that income. So don't take any from him. That's the most you can do. Him family couldn't stop him. Kevin Smith's family could not stop him. In his presence, they probably even felt inferior to him. When them see how much people actually look like them worship this man and obey his every word, his own family probably like, he must be the chosen one. Me sure them stop things saying my choppy line or my scam long time. And they're like, he must be the chosen one. I think the phone is going off. Did I turn the volume down? All right, people are writing in. All right. Yeah, man, manners and respect same way. So people are hitting up the line and texting and all this. It's all love. When I do these, when I do them kind of something, yeah, the live and we talk and all that, never leave feeling like no animosity is here. It's all love. All right. I want people to talk up because I find this very interesting. So again, is there anybody out there who's been following this who thinks that this is just God's timing and it just happened like because you have religious people who are like, see, you don't play with God. This is God's timing. It looked like coincidence to everybody else, but I saw God line up everything to make it for sure. You said don't play with him, right? So there are people out there that think that too. Tashana Mighty, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. And Tashana says he did voodoo and it worked. That's why people follow him. His position was compromised and he knows a lot. Therefore, he had to go the body his head, the spirit isn't. The body is dead, the spirit. Okay, therefore he had to go. The body is dead, but the spirit isn't. So are you thinking, Tashana, then that that spirit will move on into another living human being and the same deeds will be continued? Are you thinking along those lines? Because that's what me think when you say something like that. No God timing. His lawyer did not know that he left Mobile. She put out a press release that she could not contact him after 9 a.m. and she was on behind the headlines on RJR yesterday afternoon. Then probably don't trust the lawyer. Omega Brown says, "What a mighty God we serve." That song comes to mind. Listen, man. I know me say it. It's printed right there in the Glean. I don't know if you just read. And true me know say my audience are majority like busy people working. Some will work 2 jobs and multiple hustles. I compile things and bring it to you. So the part where they said, you see the night when time the JCF soldier them go up there, our police them go up there and bust up the whole church thing, sacrifice thing that was going on that night. Remember, you know, they busted in and there was a policewoman that was there in attendance in her whites, a member, partaker in the ritual. So if you're guessing to say, nah, I don't think police involved or anybody outside of some little weak brain people who he manipulated, you are far off. The proof is already there. Don't skip over it. Who is she connected to? An intelligence officer who was stationed right there in Mobile. Now, then put out after that, which was yesterday, that when he left his house, his mansion, to go to the Ark to start this ceremony and start working on his 144, he was escorted there by a JDF, Jamaica Defense Force major. Now, I want you to understand something. A major is not a private. You have 2 different rank structures. You have enlisted and you have the officers. Then you have a major. That's a big rank. That's a heavy rank. In our military, a major is somebody that regular soldiers salute every time you see him. And you don't drop your salute until he drops his. If he's a cool major, he'll be like, stop it. Or he'll be like, and just give a quick salute so you can drop your salute quick. If he's what we call a dickhead in the military, he'll hold that salute and he will make you salute him and he will look you up and down and keep it up there so you keep yours up there and then him say carry on and keep going. But they wield power. A major drove him to that event where them find the 2 body. Not only that, the policewoman rode in the same vehicle with him and the major to the event. I know me, Cecil, that is what was printed. I read it straight from it. According to police report, it says. So, when we start talking about, now I'm going to think no big people involved, don't doubt it. The proof is there. The proof is there. Highly protected he was. That's why he was able to go on for so long, doing what he does. Tashana, that just left a little generous donation and said that he had to go. Yes, we understand that. The spirit still here, the body gone, all that. But somebody has said, wait for the funeral. Then probably I'm going to do a closed casket. Or the funeral won't be available to the public. That kind of thing. So we're not going to know. You know? Sean Paul got pictures with him too. Sean Paul have pictures with him. Christopher Martin have pictures with him. Warren Weir have pictures with him. That admiration and look on Portia Simpson Miller's face when she was kissing his face. Now you gotta understand, Jamaicans, we don't kiss face when we greet. It's not our culture. We're not Eskimos. We don't rub nose and smell up each other when we greet. You know what I say? It's a dap and a pound and or maybe a hug and push off or something like that. So to see that level of intimacy that was expressed in that one picture, and then remember, I know them say a picture tell 1,000 words, which is very true. To see that level of intimacy expressed in that picture when Portia was up on him face so, and she was just looking at him with so much admiration, and I like she didn't go close to him, she actually touched him. You see? So that's not somebody that you just, oh, I met him once before, or he's my next door neighbor, and I went to his church because he's a leader of a huge congregation. I wanted to find out what it was about. No, that's somebody that no. So them did that. And all the others who didn't get caught in pictures with him, they're probably like, thank God. Thank God me never. Yo, call my publicist and see if them find a picture out there with me and a brother and take it off of the internet here because it don't look good. Nobody wants to be seen in a picture with him anymore. And to these famous people's credit, except the Portia Simpson one, because that one they did too intimate. We not greet so. But to these other people's credit, at the time when Warren Weir took the picture with him, Warren Weir was world champion, I believe in the 200 meters, right? He was world champion in the 200 meters. Everybody wanted this Olympic star that just came back from the Olympics, take a picture with him. Yes, it's Warren Weir. He's in the building and he's attending our service today. And this gives credibility to his church to see these kind of people show up. See? I try to help out Warren, and that's all I'm doing. I'm trying to help out the brother. But I'm trying to show you a broader view. All these other people, Christopher Martin and all them, they are famous people. Go listen to the song where Christopher Martin sing about I'm a big deal. Listen to it. Listen to it. Me a big deal and my friends them a big deal. And in Jamaica, there's a hierarchy. And you have the prime minister, and then you have we, and I saw the thing set on out. Go listen to that song there. That little one part, let me snip it out, and I did a pre long time, and I said, okay, all right, I saw it go for real. Special treatments and links and connections. I'm a big deal. I'm a big deal. When your son made that scream, me hear stand up. Marvelous Kelly, when he made that scream, my hair actually stand up too, but I felt an instant, immediate peace, kind of like just pick him up and just soothe him. It wasn't like I need to get out this room, something in here. It was more like I know what it is. That's why I said me hold him for a while. But Kai is a cry baby anyway, Kai cry for everything. We actually call him Kai. Him cry for everything, but that was not to be mistaken though. That was obvious. Not true? Like right now, you hear him, if y'all can hear him. So we're at the stage now where we're trying to get him to ask for things instead of cry, because he can speak, but it's a youth that chooses to speak when he feels like it. Hear that. Watch this. Kai. What? All right, but send him to his mother. He went to mommy. He went to the other side of the house to mommy. So him over here, he's a kid that will cry because when you go in there, what happened, Kyle? Ah, what happened? Juice. I want juice. I said, Kai, stop crying for juice. Ask for what you need. I want some juice, please. Okay, you could have just done that, like that. So I saw him stay. And a higher spirit poor pastor had a tiny little bit missing that was built off of a pyramid. The higher spiritual controller that he left out of his life was not there to help him retrieve. You notice your son wasn't looking behind him. I honestly think he saw something. Yeah, he was scared to look over there. He was actually scared to look over there just now. Cause I try to turn him this way. Y'all seen him, and he was like this. And when I went to walk that way, it kind of cling on upon me more. Like, no. Maybe it's the thing that I brought in here that scared him. And let's see the start of the video where I had the. Anyway, if nothing around me, nothing around me. But I must some good nothing. No joke thing. Darling Water Rally says no joke thing, Flo. Yeah, man. Get the church to pray it out for you. Me. Church. Pray. Next thing me end up in one of them, they thought, boy, I'm going to the ark. Me not trust them. Lord, you probably. No. It's okay. I am enough. And that religion tell man is that you're not enough. You need to speak to this pastor and speak to that bishop and speak to this person and have them reach out to God on your behalf and pray a special prayer. No, Sam, I'm enough. I am enough. Me can pray my special prayer by myself. Me can burn my incense by myself. Me, I can reach out to the Almighty Creator by myself. I don't need nobody trying to lead me into no ark. Next thing, me naked in them building, teely swinging, jumping around in circles, waiting for the rapture so we can go up in the ark. Want to see how that play out? You know what's crazy though? What's crazy is that after all this is happening, step by step, you still have people who will watch all this and go end up writing. You know, some God know me. I think we'll start one of them here but I would be more wise because I learn. But I would be more wise. But people will still watch this step by step and then go end up right over this. And then a year or two from now, we're doing a video about the same thing repeating itself again. How about confiding to a priest your problems? A priest. That's what the little boys did. They went to the priest to tell the priest that, priest, I'm not doing so good in school, and I think my mom's going to be upset, and dad's definitely going to be upset. I got like 3 F's on my report card because I was up all night TikToking and I wasn't studying, and now I'm in trouble and stuff like that. And the priest was like, let me heal you. Because if I touch you right here, I can put the power of God right straight through to you. It's your forgiveness. I have to touch you right here, and then God will send it right through to you through here. But then I see the video where the little girl, the girl was telling about how they did her and passed her around. And they've been passing her around from till the priest start on her pimp. He would bring in other parishioners, and she was the special one from young age. And she had do the things them. And each time she did, that's how he would tell her that he was putting her forgiveness into her. It had to, because her sins were so great, it had to be directly injected into her. And really still I send me go a priest. No, Papa, me will pass. If I that for see of me, consider me gone. If I that for see of me, that plan me burial. Because them not catch me with that. They're not catching me with that. I want to tell you something else. The human mind is a very powerful thing. Okay, and we underestimate the power of our mind. You know, science says that we only use a small percentage of our mind. And imagine if we were to use the entire mind. Now, that's why our elders have a saying where say believe kill and believe cure. You can see things if you make yourself see things. There's hallucination. It's very real. You can get a vibe where everything raise up on your body. Oh, no, me know when me feel it in you, for real, it in you. And not because of your mind, I tell you, say it in here. Them in here for real. Them surround me. Oh God, have mercy. You know, like when Granny used to say the bat. Remember, I bat them bat the flying at the house. Not the rat bat, the other bat. One of them big brown bat there. When that's flying at your house, I'm pitching up. Hell and powder house in a Jamaica, you know, cause all you're gonna hear now is in the name of Jesus, get out, get out. Hashalama baba. And you look a picnic. The only thing me do chuck off under the bed, so yes, I can dive. That's when me know so me could have dive. Yes, under the bed, my God. Cause you under the bed like this, and every hair stand up on your body. Cause grandma out there trace with the bat, and the bat now move. And she now lick down the bat. What's when grandpa come out now and try to lick it down with the broom and it flies? So yeah, I'm gonna like it one pitch for like it one pitch for one away. Yo. Oh, thank God for my growing up. I wouldn't change it for the world. Me and Jamaica to the ball, and I wouldn't change it for the world. When the bat the pitch, anybody know me I talk about? Come on now, a sermon we have. Relate. If you can relate. If you've been through them experiences, yeah, you have to be authentic to have been through these experiences. It wasn't a visitor, this was your life. All right. When the bat the pitching at the house, grandma's skin start crawling, everything changed. You just hear, ah, in the name of Jesus. Ha. Take care of myself. The whole way I picked in our house, so yeah. Them in here. Simone, they in here. Grandma. The whole way hug up each other, so around and back there. You know, grandpa, the man of the house now, so him come out and him, you know, and easy and everything. Him not say nothing, no, in the name of Jesus, no, nothing. Him just take a broom. So it's a bat, it's just a bat. Who's it if you go lick a bat? Grandpa is superhero. So how him miss the bat? This is a kid's mind. Grandpa is superhero. So how him miss the bat? No, the bat the powerful. As somebody in the bat. So now you're convinced, because grandpa can't catch the bat. The bat just a fly around. So everybody here stand up. Everybody a duck and dive and look for somewhere to hide. It's like when flying cockroach reach in a room. When flying cockroach reach in a room, a different story. Everybody, catch it. Hold on, let me have it. Catch it. And next thing you know, they fling like something off right and the cockroach fly off on a wall. God. Yo. But the bat something there in the room. But I'm telling you about the power of the mind though. Can't you come out and look and just say, I want bat and go back about our business? Nothing happen. I am there in Jamaica and nothing really changed about how me grow up and the place I grew up. The bat them still there. And now as a grown man, when I go there and I see the bat, it's just a bat in a corner. And just go about my business. It don't bother me. I'm not here, no raise up, me not dive under the bed again. It's just a bat. See? So, but yes, the power of the mind will have you thinking things are there that are not really there as well. Watch out. Big up on yourself. All right? Duppy bat. Flying cockroach still make my skin crawl. Just thinking about if me see one right now, everything in a mash up. And I'm not joking. Rat, as big as I am, I'm gonna play with rat. If a rat run past anywhere I saw. You know, when we first bought this house and moved in, we purchased the house in December. We moved in January. When we moved in a no time, rat run through. And when the rat run through, I live in Florida. Snake outside in the backyard, squirrel run up in your garage, and don't want to come out and run gone behind the blinds, them and tear up everything, and you there, move squirrel, move. And the squirrel like, you tear up everything. If all these things you start telling yourself is a spirit or something, you're going to go crazy. The rat is my biggest fear. The rat, and I want a rat to look like so, you know, man. I left the garage door open one night. I'm go out there, wake up, because I do that. I wake up like 2 o'clock and then 3 o'clock and then 4 o'clock. and just repeatedly check stuff, like me check the doors and me check the, and I went and checked the garage, and I left the garage door up. So in the middle of the night now, wild things looking for some place cozy and dark to sleep came into the garage. So when we locked the garage door, I locked them into it. The garage door is insulated on the inside, foam inside, and it's metal on the outside. When we wake up in the morning, we see one big pile of the insulation on two sides of the garage door. I say, what is in our garage? When jam out the whole insulation from the bottom of my garage door. Apparently the rat was trying to get out. The rat eat through the insulation and hit metal, couldn't go no further. Start at the next spot, eat through, couldn't go no further. Jam out the rubber lining from under the garage door, because it sealed the garage door, so wind and your AC and everything, it jam out the whole of the one big chunk of the rubber from the underlining of the garage door and escaped through there. I said, whatever this is, me never know say a rat yet. I said, whatever this is, me have to go catch it. So I go to the store, me buy some rat trap and thing, big sticky thing. Not the rat trap where slap like the old rat trap, you put little cheese in there. Them rats are smart. These are millennial rats. They're smart. They're past that. They'll get the cheese out of the trap and the trap won't trap. See? So a big sticky pad. Anything touch that, stick on it. I could have big man touch it. You're not come off fight so easy. So I put it down there, and sure enough, next morning I think wifey said, babe, you won't believe this. It catch one rat or something. I was like, yeah, right, you playing. She said, no, come look. When we go over there and look, I posted it on IG. When we go over there and look, the rat lands up. It looked like an alpha rat. And this rat thought it was cool to come back to the same place, because I'm thinking find a place now, right? The trap catch him. And if you hear the rat the ball, creepy as hell. So I called them people. I had them inspect attic, backyard, tread, ditches, everything around here, because I would hate to wake up in here and see a rotted rat. Who know that read about me? Live on the air with SouFLo, what's going on?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
First, I want to say thank you for what you're doing.
I appreciate you, thank you.
I just saw your program a couple months ago, and I kind of really truly care, realize that you do care about Jamaican people, and I truly appreciate it, because if nothing right now, we need help more than anybody else. People with some kind of intellect. I don't know what the hell is going on with Jamaica, and I have a love for that country, as that's where I was born. My father was a police officer, and he loves Jamaica, and that's what he committed us to. And whatever that we do, whatever charity that we put together, we need to do it for Jamaica, because he truly believes, especially because of the fact that he was born in the ghetto, you know what I mean? And
right.
He says there's so many good people that is down there, even though it's a ghetto, or what we call a ghetto, and not a community, but there's so many good people that is there. You know what I mean? He was able to come out of it, and he always gave back to Jamaica before he died. So
rest in peace, Daddy.
The reason why I'm calling you this morning is because what concerns me is that how could we get to this point? In a country of people that are, fairly intelligent. I mean, we do have our literacy rates, and people there are literate in certain things, but how did we get to this point where, we've seen this played out so many times with Jim Jones, with all these different cults, all these different cults, and how did we get there? What can we do? You know what I mean? How did we get here, though? With all that we know, with all the knowledge that is out there, with all that's going on with the internet and communication and stuff, how did we ever get here to allow this man, to come in and sit there and actually provide sacrifices and, talking about, building an ark and how many years now since, the Bible and all that, how the hell did we get here?
I have an answer for that. I don't know if my answer is right, but it's from my observation. I have an answer for that. Because we talked about this before countless times here on this show. But the answer for that for me is we left the us and we thing and went to the selfish me thing, and we became very materialistic. Like material over everything, money over everything, money over respect, self-respect, respect for your brothers and sisters, money over dignity, money over our roots and foundation.
But here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
These people have nothing. They have nothing, and they're borrowing money to give to this man.
Yes, they're impressed. They are impressed by people that have money. So he made it look like he had money already. If you listen to one of his uh, congregants talk about for 8 years, they dedicated their first paycheck to him, and it's called first fruits. This guy actually laid it out. He said at one point he thought, okay, he don't need our money, so he must be really here to bless us. Because when I looked at all the things that he had, like he had 2 mansions, he had, all this material stuff. So they were looking at that. But what they didn't realize was that it was their money that was paying for all the stuff that he was brandishing in front of them.
I know, but that's what I'm saying though. I mean, at some point in time, didn't it occur to you, you're not getting anything back. You're giving out. You're giving out. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're giving out your paycheck that you work hard for. I mean, the minimum wage in Jamaica is what, $50?
50
You're
US.
not even feeding your children. You're giving that to someone else. And you're not getting anything back. At what point do you say to yourself, what am I getting from this?
I guess 8 years later, I don't know, but it's crazy. It's crazy. And you are right. It seems like, I don't know, man, it seems like our intelligence level, like things have changed. Things have changed. Education wise, things have changed big time in Jamaica. It's hard to find people to have people with critical thinking skills to have a conversation on a higher level with. Everything is just low vibrational and lower intelligence.
And you're absolutely right. The other day I was on a flight, from Atlanta, and I was having a conversation with this lady. She was there, and she's a housekeeper, what do they call it? No, those people that cleans up the hotel, the airport.
Right.
You know what I mean? And she and I were having a conversation about Jamaica, and I'm just like, I remember, for us, I mean, for me, education was the end all be all.
Right.
You know what I mean? My father did not play that. We don't care if we had food to eat. We had to go to school. You know what I mean? And we had to read. It was ritual in my house. You know what I mean? When we come home from church, come home from school, we had to take a book.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to me, which was it was crazy. I said to her, I said, how long have you been doing this? Right?
Yeah.
She came to America. I said, you came here for a better life, right? Because she has children back home or whatever else. I said, so okay, fine. You've invested already 5 years into this job. At what point in time are you going to say, okay, fine, let me sacrifice and go and get something else? Because I said, this is not taking you where you need to go.
Yeah. Some people are complacent like that and happy with their complacency. They'll complain all day. They'll complain all day about how they're struggling and how they're doing this, but they're actually happy and comfortable with their complacency.
It was just like I was saying something that was out of space to her.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like where do we came? I remember, for all of us, in the 60s, 70s, when most Jamaicans got here, it was all this about grinding and ambition and going back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no, it's like no, it's a old dress, it's a party icon. I had a family member call me one time. I never know her, I didn't know who she was and everything else. And she called me. She has 2 kids. The lady called me to tell me she needed me to give her $100 because she needed a dress for a dancehall party. I'm like, what the hell?
Not things for the kids.
Not for the kids, not for her.
To help me further myself, nothing.
Yes, we have a home back home, and then we left it. And my dad says, whoever we choose to give it to, we can give it to them. And so we gave it to this cousin of ours. And her child, I couldn't believe that, she was calling us to let us know that, instead of saying, okay, fine, maybe, to paint the yard or do
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is wrong with us?
Yep. You know, I've been through that too, and I'm sure a lot of us been through it. I can so relate. I will expound upon that in a minute.
Anyway, I'm sitting out here just in bewilderment about all the stuff that's going on right now because
It's crazy,
I
right?
never expected it.
Of
I never
all
thought it was
places.
coming in Jamaica. You know.
True.
So anyway, I just want you to know that I do see your program. I know you said you have an agenda set that you want to do some program or whatever else you want to do. I just want you to know I'm all in. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you. Thank you.
You know what I mean? I will support your program or whatever else as long as it's, just for the upliftment of people. So whatever I need to do, once you get everything together and you post it, transparency and accountability is important for me.
Yes.
So I mean, whatever once you post it on whatever else, and we can review it and look at it publicly and say what we need to do and what we need to donate. I am here in Texas. I will do what I can, to make sure all the people that I know knows what you're doing, so we can donate to your program. But I hope whatever it is, for the upliftment of the people, whatever little that we can do to make a difference. I'm with you.
I appreciate that greatly. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye.
You know, what you just talked about, right? So when I say that how did we get here? Let's close this video out in the next couple of minutes. Let's go out like this. How did we get here? Somebody said SouFlo. Jamaica has the most churches per square mile. Right? What was your take on the vigilante justice that led to the death of a man mistaken for the 9 and 13-year-old abductor? That's why, first of all, that guy didn't even look like that other guy that they were supposed to be looking for. So I don't even know how. I guess the people were fed up and bloodthirsty at the same time. But we'll talk about that another time. How did we get here? We got here when we started becoming heavily influenced by outside cultures is how we got here. I think my generation saw the tapering off of like the change coming in. And then after my generation, then you really saw the change coming in, right? And you really see what it is now. We saw it coming in at my generation. We changed a lot of things that we used to hold sacred. Nothing is held sacred anymore. We've become money grabbers and wealth as far as riches now. Nobody believes, I shouldn't say nobody because I'm putting everybody in one basket here, but the general belief now is get rich quick. The general belief now is money over everything, right? Money over your principles, money over loyalty. That's why we have a whole lot of friend killers and stuff. Money over loyalty, money over self-respect. That's why our females, they're not afraid to go outside and bust it wide open in all directions now. Self-respect gone. It's more about money now and how they can monetize all this that they're doing. And when you look at, say, for instance, the level of poverty that exists. No, we don't walk around eating off the streets and we're not dirt poor like that. But poverty does exist. Like she just mentioned, the minimum wage, a salary for a whole week of work. It makes the people kind of like turn to other things. You know what I'm saying? Let me take this call real quick. Good morning. You're live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm great, and you?
Doing all right.
Pick up from the Netherlands.
Ah.
I was watching your show. But I don't know if I'm behind time or I'm watching during or it's an after show.
Live. I'm speaking to you right now. We're live right now. I'm not going to show your stuff to other people, but beautiful babies.
Thank you very much.
All right. So what's going on? Yes.
I'm great. I'm so delighted to get you today. You're my hero and I love you so much.
Awesomeness. Oh my God. That's such a high honor. You make me a blush.
So you're like my king. I want to just crown you one day.
You make me blush. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
I want to be a subscriber from way back in time, from before you become Kai's father and Brain's husband. So long ago.
Awesomeness. Awesomeness.
Yeah, I heard you talking about the bug them that used to come in. Have you ever gotten any news bug?
News bug?
Yeah, because at the countryside where I came from, they used to have some bugs coming and some big brown bugs.
Yes.
I used to see them spit at them and say, no, if it's good news, fly. If it's bad news, pitch.
Yes. Yes, and sometimes my grandmother used to actually say somebody dead, or them come to tell her say somebody dead or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Other stuff, yes, I know about the black bat. When the black bat used to come in my house, I used to be the first one through the door because all I think about Duppy come for me.
We used to dive under the bed.
So I experienced that SouFLo. I experienced that so too.
Authentic.
Were you talking about the cult pastor too, right?
Yes, we're talking about the cult pastor. You're over there in the Netherlands, so we were supposed to talk about JAH's situation as well. I don't know if it's well publicized over there where you're at.
Yes, it is. It is. It's in the newspaper. It's plastered in the newspaper. We hear it on the news and stuff like that. But you're not so much Jamaicans over here. You can count them on one hand. So we are not really talking so much about it over here because you know what? Again, SouFLo, the Netherlands is a place like this. I don't want to say it's cocky, but they kind of don't publicize stuff like in America.
I realize that.
Yeah, it happens. You see it in the newspaper, people talk about it, and then it's done until the next trial. Then it's in the newspaper again, and they update you.
Right.
It's not like all over the news. We don't have CNN and stuff like that. So we only get the news when we read the newspaper, or maybe when they put it on the news, they just give us the headline. Today, JAH will be going to before the court, and that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're very secretive with their news.
So, what are your thoughts on this whole cult thing, the Kevin Smith pastor thing?
Well, SouFLo, let me tell you my thoughts on this. Some people is asking, when did we get here? Now, maybe a lot of people is gonna say that this is not true, but it's true. Maybe Kevin, his cult madness that he's doing, it reached to a higher level. But even from I was small, I used to see people like go at St. Mary and go at St. Thomas of a mother. And I used to see people walking around and then they say, yes, somebody give one foot and stuff like that. So it is not now people dabbling in and then starts a little cult or whatever thing you call it. It's not now, it's a part of our Jamaican culture. And plenty of people won't accept this, but it's the truth. Because even when I was small, certain people never trouble them. Them won't gonna want me some man up this so gonna do one little small ritual.
Science.
Big as second ritual.
Science.
Yeah. When I was small, I hear that people gonna mother gonna give people 9 years to live and then stop there. So therefore, I think that we're in a more modern days now when things went up to a higher level now, where they stopped year one foot or they stopped year 1 9 years, and I think it's more advanced that they start doing human sacrifice and they bring it to another level. You understand?
Yes.
That's what I think. It's not just today or yesterday something.
True. That's what you're actually saying the same thing that Renita Adams said yesterday. He said the same thing, pretty much along those lines. like it's been happening so long that now they're just taking it to a next level, you know. But it's been happening so long.
Yes, it's been happening so long. And, you know, I'm just going to say this because I know nobody's seen my face. But let me tell you this, so I'm just going to give you a little piece of story.
All right.
I was brought up in a house where, you know, the two parents of mine, they used to like go out to mother too. And I'm like the kid amongst my siblings that used to see some black candle coming and some red candle, some white candle, you know, some little piece of paper where they mark up the smelly name pan before you go put in your shoes and, you know?
Yeah.
So I put in your shoes. That when I was small, like about in grade 4, that's the first time I heard about parchment paper. And that's when my parents brought it home. And I write people name on it. You understand? I put it in my shoes because them are going to and left some candle in the house are burn. When you walk past them candles so close, it's like your skin crawl. It's like you have
here stand up.
Goosebumps all over your ear that stand up on your body. I used to even see they have them all time chimneys. You come from country, so you're supposed to know that.
Yes, man.
With them charcoal and get them charcoal and write some sitting on the chimney that you can't wash it, you know. And brother, we can't read them or something because it's like Chinese language. Yeah. And I get up before the sun come up and dash one glass of water and get them Bible and read Psalm 27, and you know. And before they got them bed, they read one next Psalms or something, and the candle have to do their burn like 10 days, around 20 days, and if they did that, you know, use a personal lamp because that's what's going to give you light for the rest of the days until that candle burns out because you get instructions and what to do. And then you have one little buckle of oil where you wrote this, and you said this, and you said that, and no, I was a kid, but I observed those things. So I'm just saying this to say that
it's been there.
It's at a different level. You understand? They bring it to a different level. Now they start doing human sacrifice and stuff like that. They're just more updated, but this is a part of our culture from way back when.
I see people in the comment section saying, don't say it's a part of our culture, but it very much is a part of our culture. Obia is a part of our culture. Just like you said, revivalism and you know, people go and go see mother fair reading and all these things. I grew up with that as well, so it's not new. It's not new. You're absolutely right. It's not new. I never grew up in a household where I saw it firsthand, but it was there. It was there, and we all know it was there. Remember they used to fly a flag, and they probably still do. They would fly a flag outside of that particular house where the mother or the Obeah was, and everybody knew because the flag would fly there that's where you would go. So yes.
You know what, SouFlo, I don't want to stay long because maybe somebody is off the call, but I'm
right.
just going to say this and I'm going to leave. Maybe some people, they can even, the older generation, like older than me and you, they can talk about tolerance. Because growing up, I used to hear my grandparents, I know my great granny, and I used to talk about I heard that this coffin used to fly in the sky and whatever. And I used to hear them Billard stories. So people in Jamaica don't say a lot of them stuff happening. It's just that we don't accept that it's a part of our culture, but yes.
Facts. Absolutely. I agree 100%. Thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. And
you're so welcome, SouFlo.
All right, blessings here. And take care of them beautiful babies. All right, well, blessings. You're live on the air with SouFlo.
Morning, SouFlo. You know, that caller was talking about the things that she saw her parents doing and stuff. I remember going to school.
You can get a little louder for us? I want everybody to hear you.
I remember going to school and hearing, you know, seeing children with gatherings. And I was the best student. So I go home and I said to my mother, a gathering, I would be able to be a better student because after them with the gathering and the student, you know something? I don't want to call any name, but athlete, a big athlete, her and her sister had gathering. And we went to the same high school. And so I definitely wanted one. And I get a piece of beating from my mother, you see, because she's like, what kind of foolishness that you. And I was so upset because I really wanted the gathering. And I remember my poor grandmother saying, you could have get one, you could have get one. And my mother said, what kind of nonsense is that? Not everybody believes in those things. But remember, the people who used to talk about go to St. Thomas, indeed, go get gathering and whatnot. And it's athlete, she had a gathering, her sister had a gathering, and she said that's why her sister did so well when she went abroad to run and stuff like that. In Clarendon here.
Yeah. I remember they used to tell us about Veer. People go down Veer. Because that's where the big man them is, the real strong one them is. And yes, you're absolutely right. Anybody who is saying this is not a part of our culture, they're actually blinded or they're trying to ignore it. But it is.
Yes, it absolutely is.
It is.
Not everybody believes, but it absolutely is.
Right.
I felt like I was so disappointed that I didn't get the gathering. I must tell you, I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed that my mother felt like it was foolishness. Because I saw everybody with one.
Right.
I saw everybody with one. I was like,
you did one guard up too.
Yes, I did. So, Flo, have a happy morning.
Mother and respect here. Have a wonderful day too. All right. She right. She do want guard up too. Hey, somebody know in the comments, you know, they have me over here crack up. Somebody say, boy, you want gathering. I don't. She did not. What next person say? What you know what? But no, seriously though, this is a part of our culture. It's always been a part of our culture. Remember, I know African ancestry, right? And then, of course, Native Americans. I don't know why Jamaicans keep on forgetting that Jamaica is situated in the Americas. We are actually Americans. We're not USA citizens, but we are Americans. The USA is actually not America. It is another country on the American continent. See, it is a whole continent, and Jamaica is part of that. So with the indigenous people and the African ancestry and all that, they were all people that did, like the shamans and all, they were all people that did rituals and, you know, them kind of something that we were taught actually to look down upon all these ritualistic things and to look more towards the European religion and view of God that we were given. And we all know now that was all because they wanted to maintain control. See, now with that said, we didn't hear about no human sacrifices and them thing there. So this is where we're saying that they have upped the ante. Because if you listen to Renita Adams said, what you talk about? When some people have to go get a visa to fly out, and them go to embassy and it now work. When some people have to go get a promotion, higher position in a company, or an artist have to go drop an album or drop some music and the music now sell and them want them name go back on top again and all these other things. They go see these people because they believe that these people hold special powers that can actually do something from the spiritual realm to enhance them here on the physical plane. And it's always been there. Dilarance or whatever. I've been hearing that word since I was born till now. So I know nothing new. It's nothing new. It's very much embedded in our culture. It is a part of our culture, right? It's a part of our culture. So some people right now are saying that I will always believe in Obia. I will always go do my little thing, but I don't believe in the sacrificing of a human being. I don't believe in drawing blood. Obia can do bad and it can do good, just like religion can do bad and it can do good. And I understand when they talk like that, you know. I understand when they talk like that. I hear about the two brothers in St. Mary. In my part of Jamaica, them used to tell you about Veer. Veer in the Clarendon is where the big man was, or the big woman was at the time. And everybody was running to Veer. Remember, the first person I saw actually like off themselves was off my back porch, my back veranda. I go up on the back veranda one early morning and look down and look across my neighbor them property, and I want big breadfruit tree, and a brother tie rope around him neck, jump up there and jump off. See, I'm a little youth and I seen him hanging there. Now to get from their property to come up at our property now, we are like right where any ambulance or police or anybody would come before you have to go down in some gully. And they cut him down. His father didn't even care because his father climbed the tree, just bust the rope, and his son body dropped like a breadfruit. Boof! And I hear it from way up on my yard. The talk of the town was that he went and did something to somebody down a Veer, and the person set him that way. And him walk from Veer, come all the way back up a Christiana and round these surrounding areas, back over into where we live, Silent Hill, all stop, all stand, them place there. Walk out the place. Them set him so him walk. Do you even take taxi or nothing? Walk and dirty up and walk, come home. And when him pass my gate, him come up to my yard and him say, tell your uncle, say, me no name, me not gonna mention his name, I still remember his name, I still know his family. Tell your uncle, say, me no name, me name. And him say, the nickname they've been calling him is not his name. This is my name. And he said his real name. And the next morning he was hanging off that thing. So this thing been in for me to say work or it don't work or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But I know that this has been with us since I was born, from before I was born. See? From before I was born. But I want to ask, how come St. Thomas was the place of demand? How come so much things happen there? To me, nothing goes up. Fool the people and fool. Man going to St. Thomas stealing some goat and house. Well, like I said before, belief kill and belief cure. Belief kill and belief cure. The mind is a very powerful thing which we underestimate. We underestimate the power of our mind. When you believe something, if you believe it enough, it will materialize in your life. Especially if you believe it, think it, and then start to speak it. That's like casting a spell. You're actually conjuring up. So that's why they always tell you speak positive things, right? Words are powerful. You could like you be casting a spell and don't even know you're casting a spell. Cast a spell over your loved ones. Cast a spell over your own life. Cast a spell over your own life and all that. The video is freezing now, so I think it's a good time for us to end it right here. We had a good run this morning, and me no want to talk through all the freezing. Y'all see the video freezing, right? I don't want to talk through all the freezing, so I think it's a good time to end it right now. Plus, we're almost 2 hours in. We're literally 6 minutes out, 7 minutes away from 2 hours. Listen, believe kill, believe cure. I'll leave you with this. The mind is powerful. When you start to think things, everything around you was created by thought. Somebody thought about it, then they spoke about it. You know, so I'm gonna make this. And then they did it. It manifested. It came out. So be very careful of your thought process. Try to keep your thought process pure. Try to keep your thought process on a positive level, because the things that you think about will manifest themselves in your life in the physical form. I left it right there. So big up on yourself in the manners and respect, and thank you. And I'll see you right here tomorrow morning for another spirit. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I have to give me 2 minutes. With the JAH situation, we thought, because we were told as it was printed in the Jamaican press before, and I gave you my sources, that JAH would have been given a choice to choose either a plea bargain deal or take it to court. It turns out there is no choice. A prosecutor from the Netherlands contacted news media report people in Jamaica and told them that no such thing exists in the laws in the Netherlands. They don't do plea deals. You go to court. Once investigation is finished and wrapped up what they're going to charge you with, and they get together with prosecution, the next thing is court. Them not the plea deal. So you can't confess to be guilty and get some time off of your time and all that. With that said, Jacquier is heading straight to court next. He is going to have a full-on trial. The date for that has not been set yet. We will stay close to that and we will see. Send out my best wishes to him again. We're all humans. It don't look good. I think he's definitely going to get some time, but we'll see how this one goes. All right. Leave your comments in the comment section below as usual. Continue the conversations as usual. Thumbs up the video as usual. All these things, share it so other people know we're here and join us here as well. And thank you for being on this journey with me. My Morning Thoughts family, manners and respect to each and every one of you. And like we always say, God in everything we do, don't it? All right. One love. Peace.